At the point it was like, who sent me? Like, why did I choose this path? Who sent me to be a doctor? It was always ringing in my head. You guys, it is hard. But in this video, I'm going to talk about the things that you need to know before you study dentistry in Nigeria. Trust me, you need to watch this video to the end. Don't say I didn't tell you. Let's get started. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube. If you are new here, hi, thank you so much for joining. And normally on this channel I discuss about my journey as a dental student in Nigeria, currently in our final year. So in this video I'm going to tell you about the things you need to know before you study dentistry in Nigeria. Initially I wanted to title this video things I hate about studying dentistry, but I really don't hate studying dentistry, and I don't think I should rage bait people like that. However, it can be very tough and it can be annoying, and sometimes you can really dislike it. But here are some things you need to know before you pick that form and fill dentistry in a public university in Nigeria. Now, some of the things I am going to share with you are going to be peculiar to the fact that I am a Nigerian studying in Nigeria, and I am also studying in a public university, but that is my reality and we are going to talk about it and you're gonna listen. So let's get started. So the first thing you need to know about studying dentistry in Nigeria is the fact that it is long. It takes 6 years, 6 plus X if you're in a public university, because we don't know what's gonna happen. If you know, you know. So it is quite long, and as a young undergraduate, you're 16, 17 and you're like 17 plus 6, 23, not bad. That was me when I got into school. But when you are consistently studying for 6 years with little to no breaks, it gets to a point. Honestly, it gets to a point, and then you just start, you need a break, you want an out, but the out is not there. You are committed, you are in this. So sometimes I wish maybe dentistry was shorter, but at the same time there are many things to cover, so it honestly cannot be any less than 6 years. And even if you're out of the country, I think it's even longer, because you have to do pre-med and then you study as a dentist and then some other postgraduate courses if you want to go into some things like being an oral surgeon and other specialties. So yes, it is very important. Studying dentistry takes 6 years minimum in Nigeria. In a public university, you may want to factor in one or 2 more years. Just saying. The second thing you need to know is that dentistry is not easier than medicine. I hear a lot of things, I see a lot of things in my comment section, and people saying that, oh, they want to study medicine but it's hard, so they are thinking of studying dentistry, and I'm just like, what? It is a very huge and common misconception that if you don't think you can handle being a medical student, don't study dentistry. Please don't fall into that trap. Ensure you want to study dentistry because you like it, and not because you want an alternative to medicine, because number one, it is not an alternative to being a medical student, and two, it is equally hard, if not harder, because you study about the body. You have to know the entire anatomy of the body, and then in like your 4th, 5th year, depending on the school you go to, you specialize on your dental courses. So you have to know both worlds, and you have to know them very well. Like, I mean very well, because as a final year student, a lot of things that we are being taught, we are being referred to our 4th year as medical students, rotating the words. And at that point you realize that, oh shit, maybe I should have paid more attention in the clinics when they were speaking. So yeah, it is not easier. Don't fall into that trap. Don't fall into that misconception. Ensure you want to study dentistry because you like it. The third thing that you need to know is that dentistry is very, very overwhelming, and you can ask any dental student across the world this same thing, and they're going to tell you this thing that I just said. The reason why dentistry is overwhelming is because of how laid out our schedule is. As a final year student, I have classes in the morning, postings in the afternoon, and then classes again in the evening. The day starts by 8 and it ends by 5, and sometimes by like 2 p.m. you are tapped out because you've attended to so many patients in the clinic and you can't just keep going anymore. Like, you're just done. Meanwhile, there's still another class in the afternoon that requires your attention. So it gets very overwhelming because you have to put in your best in class and also in the clinics. And you're not just attending clinics for attending sake, you also have to treat patients in the clinic, because you have your list of requirements before you can maybe write exams or graduate as a dental student. You have to have a number of extractions, you have to have a number of scaling and polishing that you've done. It's like that in every posting. Every posting you rotate has their requirements for you as a student. So you are there hustling patients, organizing outreaches with your classmates so you guys can get patients to fulfill your requirements. You have in courses, and as dental students, you have in courses almost every 2 to 3 weeks. Sometimes you can write 3 in a week, but every month we're writing like 2 to 3 or 4 in courses, and if these in courses count, they count towards the final assessment. So you have to just put your best foot in everything. At the same time, you are writing your projects as a final year student. Sometimes it's just, I ask myself, like, where do I have the strength to perform every day? But yeah, you just have to keep going, because it gets very, 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 very overwhelming. So no this and no peace, you have to multitask in various ways, but if I can do it, surely you and anybody else can do it. The fourth thing that you need to know if you want to study dentistry in Nigeria is the fact that there are no breaks in your calendar year. And this took me a very long time to accept. It also adds to the fact that dentistry is overwhelming, but then there's a tinge of sadness to that. It's like you just always have to be a student. You're always in school. Sometimes you miss family events, family reunions, because you are in school preparing for your exams. I have a video where I crossed over the new year in a lecture theater with some of my friends, because we were reading for our MB, which was like 2 days after that day. And I look back and I'm like, this is not normal. This should not be normal. But hey, you chose to study dentistry, so congrats to you. Okay, the fifth thing I'm going to mention in this video is the fact that there are limited resources in the clinics. If you watched my video about the things that I love about dentistry, I remember mentioning that it allows you to work with your hands and is a little arts and craftsy. But when these materials to work with are not present, it's not really going to be interesting or encouraging, and this is a huge problem in most public universities in Nigeria. As dental students, we have to get some of our materials ourselves, and even at that, sometimes we don't get the best quality. It doesn't allow you to fully enjoy the creative part of being a dental student because you don't have materials to work with. So a lot of the time you have to get your own materials by yourself, and that also leads me to this point, which is studying dentistry is expensive. You have to pay out of pocket for a lot of things. Aside from school fees and other things, you have to buy your materials yourself. And I'm speaking as a Nigerian, but I know it's worse in like Western countries, because I see a lot of people taking loans to get their school materials and stuff. So yes, it can be very expensive. So if you're planning to maybe leave the country, you have to have your bank on you, and you have to be able to pay out of pocket for a lot of things. It is very important for me to say that I made this video to enlighten and encourage people that want to study dentistry, not to discourage you. Okay, so if you watch this video and you're like, oh my god, this is so much, I may not be able to do these things, pause. Yes, you can. Many people have done it. People that you are better than have done it. I just think it's very important that you know what you're getting yourself into, so you're able to prepare adequately. And if you're already a dental student in your preclinical years, don't let this discourage you. Just take this as an encouragement to be better, to do better, and know what lies ahead of you, so you can give it your 100% focus. All right guys, if you've watched this far, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you click the subscribe button, put on the notification bell so you know the next time I post a video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.